Hi everybody, Rob Keys here playing another new game called The Stanley Parable. If you are at all into playing Steam games or indie titles, you will no doubt have heard of The Stanley Parable. It is one of the most critically acclaimed and buzzed about indie games of 2013. It made our list on Game Rant of best indie games of the year. All I know about it is that it's a first-person exploration game, sort of like Gone Home was. You can watch those videos right down here. And yeah, it's made by Galactic Cafe. You can buy it on Steam for like $15. I think it's like the full price. I got it when it was on sale for like $6 or $7, and I've been holding on to it until I had time to play it, which is now. So let's begin. Begin the game. Never the end is never the end is never the end is never. That's the second allusion to that, because if you saw the main menu there on the computer monitor, inside the computer monitor I could see my screen, and inside that screen on the computer monitor I could see that screen, and it kept going in and in further, like an optical illusion.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hi, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley is a robot.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Hey, alright, now I'm in control. So, judging by this old-ass desktop PC and this old-ass phone and the old-ass... can I zoom in? No, I guess I can't. The old-ass desk, this looks like it's 1995 or something, the same time period that Gone Home takes place in. What does that say? I hate... what days? Can't read that. I hate... Wednesdays? I don't know. Alright, let's explore the office! Let me find out if there's controls. Keyboard, mouse. Edit keys. So W8 is data move around, control ducks, use is mouse, and that's it. You can take screenshots. Simple and easy. Can't open that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I kind of like this environment. It's well done. This is built sort of as a mod on the Source engine, from what I heard. You can tell. Definitely got that epic graphics and lighting. There's papers everywhere. What a goddamn mess. At least Stanley has his own office. These cubicles kind of suck. Not as much as the carpet sucks, though. Alright. I don't know. I guess I'm assuming this is linear, so we'll just follow the path.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why would I go in the door on the left? No. That's the trick. The computer told me what to do. Now the narrator's telling me what to do. We're gonna go in the right door.
This
Screw
was
you.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes. Ah, nice. This is...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all. just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
So that says 11:30ish, so it's the morning. So people should be at work. A little early for lunch break.
Yes, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
That looks sketchy. This looks more interesting.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Some giraffes. Ah, cool. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. Well, if I'm dead, who cares?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I
It's a
realize
high
that investing
shelf.
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I'm in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
I love the narrator.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Wait. Red pill, blue pill from the Matrix. I've seen this before. That's fine, we'll do it.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere.
The hell in a
isn't
goddamn
here.
circle.
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Yes. The fuck? Interesting. I love how he reacts to me not following or following his orders.
What are we looking for?
What's this? Oh, cool.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
I'm happy.
I actually feel happy.
This is like the holodeck from Star Trek. Hey, the pretty lights. Alright, Stanley, stop doing drugs. Drugs are bad.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
All boarded up windows.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Alright.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I'm thinking about it. Shit. Stanley. Farewell, my friend. It has to be done. Whee! Ow.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
No.
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Do it, Stanley! Jump! Oh,
Stanley,
shit!
let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
No. No.
My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? You'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
Yes.
You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. but I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
What? This what? Alright, fine.
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Oh, wow. What the hell's going on now?
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Well, let's try jumping off this edge. See what happens. Oh, I can't. Am I trapped? That room is a dead end, and this also seems to be a dead end. I wish I could interact with something. I think I read that's one of the complaints people have with the game. You're just kind of following a path. You don't actually get to interact with any of the objects, whether it be doors, lights, computers, whatever. See, now I'm kind of just stuck here. I guess that's... This is probably the part of the game. Alright. Back... doing it backwards. Whee!
Is it over?
Oh, I did it.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
So basically this is telling me there is no end to this game. What? Okay. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. We'll go in your stupid friggin' door on the left, you jerk.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, I did. No one here.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
You reading this? Okay, meeting room, floor 4XX group. Cabal? Planning? Happy face. Rest in peace, Franz. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. So Monday, weekly targets admin, marketing Mondays, termination Tuesdays, we're broke Wednesdays, something mergers, ranking floor 5 meeting, weekly review. Maybe this is everybody's pranking me in this floor here. Financial panic meeting, office efficient, legal group 41X. Wait. What are we? We're 427? Group 42X. Wednesdays. That's us. That is us. At 11. So right now, right? I think it's Wednesday, and it was 11:30 when we saw that clock, so it should be financial panic meeting. Anyway, it's over here. Push for funding for R&D of new copy machine. Standalone graphs for 4th floor wide. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Not cost efficient. Blah blah blah. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy who moved my desk. Please keep the targets on the topic of blank. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Right next day's agendas. Refleet. Future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. We're stuck in a moment in time. No one is here. Is it me and this narrator TPS report? Say. Any other clues? Everyone is unique. You most of all. It's because I'm not conforming to your goddamn rules, narrator. What do people want? Things, money, more money. Happy feelings? Mike James, you are fired. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things and money. Pretty much true. The stock market is somewhere here. Target demographic teenagers. Colored in segment. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts. Please, I'm begging. Stop. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplicate and return to your boss appreciation specialist. Profits. Definitely a little satire here. Oh in the world? Synergize core value, blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's go. Broom closet. We gotta help you. Oh, shit.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What he was supposed to be in there? That's what the whiteboard said.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to go down so badly, but I do want to see the boss's office. We're in heaven. Look at the natural sunlight, just pure white. Burns my eyes. What is this? This looks like it's from the 1920s. Executive bathroom. Shit, I want to go in there. Secretary's desk? Can't open that, of course. So far, I've been able to open one door.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. How about 12342?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Whoa. Creepy shit. Generator, just for these little lights. What is this craziness? This is some crazy aperture science bullshit from Portal. They messing with me. Going down. Loading, 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 loading. In repetition. These are hints, man.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
I'm different, I know. The slides told me in the meeting room.
To question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yay. So I love me some answers.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Wait a second. Mind control or escape? What sounds more interesting? I would like to escape, but mind control sounds pretty badass. We'll take a little peek. I'm not gonna go through it because these doors will close behind me. So screw you, narrator. Let's go.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Ooh. Sounds fun.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. Bring it. Red light usually means bad things, although the narrator told me to go through the red door earlier, so... Geronimo! Did I die? Oh, I'm flying, look. Nice landing.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Shit.
he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
How do I get out?
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know.
Can I jump?
Trapped forever in his narrow vision
Shit.
of what
Shit.
this world is.
Ah!
Perhaps his death was of no great loss.
No.
Like plucking
I can duck.
blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Pressing control right now.
Farewell, Stanley.
Sup? No, 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 no. What?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley
Huh?
was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body,
No.
killing him instantly.
I'm not dead yet. Boxes. Can't pick them up. Alright, fine, we'll go this way. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah. Tell me.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless,
True.
making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, cool. They're talking about game designers. Pre-planning your destiny. Office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core layout. The core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. There's my office, linear path, and then these are the first two doors. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. No doubt matching the lines of dialogue the narrator speaks. Look, filing cabinets, an asset. It's kind of a look behind the scenes into the game and mind of game developers and game writers. The two doors. A set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed, the illusion of choice, which is a problem a lot of games face, making you think you're making a decision that matters. Mass Effect 3 was the biggest culprit to that shit. The ending of that game did not actually build off your decisions throughout the main series. It was kind of unfinished, didn't quite make sense, hence the giant controversy and need to add extended endings. Still, Mass Effect 3 is a massive disappointment in terms of story. Still a fun game. The office. Some rooms, some boxes. Look, buttons, button sounds. A selection of the game sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Credits. Original music, blah blah blah. Written and designed by Davey Redrin and William Pugh. Or Pooh. Kind of a small staff, relative. Boss's office. Office clock. This seems to be like a pretty fun game to work on. Mind control facility. The early version of the underground portion of the game. We haven't seen that yet. Employee lounge. Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. Interesting. I do like the design of this whole area. I'm only 23 minutes in, so if this is actually the ending of the game, or this is just like a step in it. I guess we'll see. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. We didn't get the freedom ending. What the hell was that? Why did this thing... Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. I didn't get that either. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Huh. What's this? Countdown room. An early version of the countdown room. It's like something from Lost. On, off. I'll return to that after. Game design mockup. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of addition piece. The strength of this level got William Hire to design the full game, but much of the environment has changed. The basic layout from this mock-up is still in the game. It's my office. Versions of it, I guess. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. Not much work put into like redesigning. It's the same shit. Ugh. Decisions. From Dink Dunk, subject gay, are you gay? What the hell? Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Playing the Stanley Parable helped me make friends. I don't have any friends. Emails. Lounge. The apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Huh. I didn't see any of those. And this is all just jokes, and this is the only real ending is coming to this whole area of other endings. Screenshots, HD remix, more endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators, more Stanley, less Stanley. Point of the Stanley Parable HD remix is to win. Point is to lose. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Sounds pretty fun, actually. Maintenance room. Look at me, still exploring. No, we haven't done yet. We'll go back this way. We haven't gone through the guy's room where we saw the Stanley Parable text and the on-off switch, so let's do that. Let's do it. Do it, do it, do it. Did we come here yet? No, we haven't come here yet. What's this? Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. The game is now paused. Begin the game again, resume the game, options, return to menu. It's telling me something, right? Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this is what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Zending levers. These levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. Gotcha. Cause and effect, man. Game design. Did see that. Option 1. First choice, obey, disobey. Number 2. Obey, disobey. All the same. The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that went out. It's the same shit. You obey or disobey, you go left or right. The game is screwing with me. It's screwing with me. Lies. It's all lies. Up here and to the right. Right? Yeah, it was over here, I think. Exit. Green exit. Here we go.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I did it.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
What is happening?
Listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
Okay. Okay. I need to think about this for a second. This game is messing with my mind! Alright, well, we're at the 30-minute mark, so I want to pause it here. It looks like it's going to keep going, or it's going to force me to restart again and do some set of choices. Probably to get back to that option where I have to escape or go into the mind control center. If that's the case, I will get to that again and to the mind control center option just to see what there is. Basically, this whole game is making me do different options to see other things that they pre-planned for me to do anyways. So it's like there's a couple layers to this game and what it's doing to me, the player. I hope you're enjoying this. It's kind of interesting to say the least. I can see why it's getting a lot of buzz. Anyways, click here to see the next episode. I don't know how many episodes this will be or how much of this craziness there is in this game, but please like and subscribe for more, and see you next time.